Okay, so we are working on outlining in blue our pterodactyl. We're just gonna turn. This is the bottom square on a twin quilt, so we have quite a bit to turn. Just want to make it flat where we're stitching. Make sure nothing's underneath. And just going just to the side of that seam. I have made two 2-inch little thin cardboard templates, 2 strips that I'm going to use to do some echo quilting. We'll show you how to use these. Seam here. This is a 2-inch. We're going to put that there, and that is where we're going to start quilting, and then we're going to use our other one to run on the next seam that we want to echo. And those together are going to tell me where I stop. So then we'll do to that corner, and then we're going to turn to stitch to this next template piece. Can even kind of just leave it there. So that was our 2-inch going this way. And again, we take our second one and we're going to lay it down on the next seam. And we're actually going to go to where this point lines up, hits the edge of the first template. You see that there? I'm going to put that down, and we're going to go right to, I'm going to turn this over so you can see a little better, to where this point hits. And then we'll pick up and we're going to turn again. Now this has a smooth side and a cardboard side, so I like the cardboard side down. It grips a little better. We're not worrying about how close we are to the mountain because we are echoing the dinosaur. This one, same thing. We're going to lay it on. I want to cover the first seam. We want to be able to see that. And then lay this on the next one. And we're just going to sew to where they meet. And then again, rotating the dinosaur. Looks like we're going to go right across top of this mountain. Not very far before we hit this next seam. Just a stitch or two. And then we're going to turn and stop where we hit that mountain. And we're going to pick up there and trim above and below, and kind of pick up where we left off. So our next seam is going to come in off the mountain. Putting this under here. Picking that foot up. That would be there. But if we come in off here, that's basically in line. Like this would stop there and we would go down the mountain. So we're going to go ahead and take that template out and say, okay, we're going to go this way. That's going to go that way. So really the next place we're going to come in is, you're just kind of using these templates as a guide. Right? So we said that was 2 inches away. Our next one's going to be then coming in off this foot. And we know this space is too skinny. So we've set this template down here. And we're going to turn it at when we hit this foot. All right, here's another angle one. So we're going to, got that one running down the edge of the foot. Going to put our next one up. And just line it up till the point corners on the edge, and this edge is following the seam line, and this corner is going to be our stop point. So we're just going to Okay, now this wing has an interesting little bend in it. And so I'm going to show you a little something with templates. So normally we would lay this down. We'd put our next one on this flat edge, which gives me a stop spot right there. But in a bend like this, where I know I'm going to turn the other direction, I like to see. So when I put my 2-inch marker here, I can see that that's higher than where this is going to stop. So we're just going to bypass the flat one and make this a triangle. So instead we're just going to go this way into where those meet up, and then turn and go this way. And we can also see this is less than 2 inches, so we're just going to continue till we hit this upper border. And we got to the edge and snipped our string, but we can see we still have some empty blue space here, so we're going to do another echo like ripples in a pond. We can see here all that's going to be less than 2 inches. Again, you're just going to lay your templates down and see that is 2 inches, so that's 2 inches. So we're going to start up here where we have a lot of space coming in off of this one. That is where we're going to enter the blue space. And instead of using the dinosaur, we're going to just use that old seam line. So each time your echo may actually get a little simpler than the one before, because you're going to take out some of these bends as you go. But it should still have a very similar look to little ripples or echoes around your dinosaur. Turn. That way. And then we want to be 2 inches out. Keeping that on that seam, 2 inches out on the next one. We'll line up the edges, and we're just going to go back to that main blue space and decide if we want to put, I'm sure it will be just a triangle there and there. So we're going to add in just one more little triangle to finish this side of the echo.